Hi folks, thank you for tuning in to the B-Leav-itt Show. I see you staring down. What's the score? It's all tied. You want more? You know it's true. What's inside of you? Believe it, don't you know? Talk the talk, walk the walk. Believe in the B-Leav-itt Show. Independence Day, a baby step away. Believe it, it's time to go. B-Leav-itt Show. And you know we can fly away. Up in the clouds I sing out loud, I'm okay. Believe it now, on with the show. Hello folks, thank you for tuning into the B-Leav-itt Show, where believe it. If I can get through this day with a big smile on my face and true personal independence, just a baby step away. Well, believe it, so can you. Today is Saturday, June 20th, 2020. It is 6/20/2020. What a day it is. A beautiful day that the good Lord has given us. And I want to share with you step number 2 in my 10 steps to stroke recovery. Now, yesterday we did step number 1, which is goals. Today, we're going to write down our goals, or we're going to put them down somehow. Either you can write them, and if you can't write, then you're going to commit them to memory somehow. What I do is I use a word processor so that I can just type in with my fingers. It makes it easier since my left hand has some spasticity, which is a condition caused from a stroke. So you have to be creative sometimes. And so that's what I do. Now, I'm going to give you some of my list. I'm not going to give you all of it because it's quite extensive. And as you go along, this is a pretty nasty condition. So you might have certain goals when you start, and they may change, and that's okay. It's all right to change goals. Even to add goals is fine. As a matter of fact, from what we're going through with this pandemic, I added some new goals because we're all going to have a second chance. So I wanted to have that second chance to do some things. Like, one of them's kind of dumb, but it's to say the word love a lot more. To do it, not just to say it, but to love more. So now that I have a second chance to do that, I'm going to show more of that for my family, just anybody. The police, I mean, there is a good place to show love right there. They deserve it. And it's amazing what they have gone through. So, yeah, we need to really reach out to them. And believe me, if there's any officers watching, do not think that you are not loved, because I'm one right here. Believe me, I got a huge heart for you. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I digress. There's a lot of goals. One of my goals is to walk. I mean, that is my number one goal. However, I have goals such as, one of my important goals, I'm not going to tell you all of them because there's so many of them, but one of them is to forgive yourself. You know, because this let's admit it, it's a tough condition. And I'm very hard on myself sometimes. So you have to learn that it's okay not to succeed every time you go out to do something. It's all right. And the first thing you need to do is forgive yourself. And that's one of my goals. I had to write it down because I am my biggest critic, and I need to be more forgiving of even other people, not just myself, but other people. You know, and as a matter of fact, it's a good goal to write down. I might add that to the list. There's several others, like to hydrate, to get plenty of rest. Those goals are all part of my steps too, so I'm not going to tell you about those because I'm going to go into detail about those in a later show, if that makes any sense to you. So folks, it's a short show, as you know, and I just wanted to tell you about step number 2. Write it down. Use a word processor, or if you can't do either, just try to remember your goals. Say them over and over and over. Try to, and that in itself will be very helpful to you in your recovery, is to memorize. That strengthens your brain. Okay, now folks, I'm going to close out the show by reading a verse out of the Bible. This is my mother's Bible, and I've been doing Psalms, and because I'm doing Psalms, I'm sticking with the date. Today is the 20th, so Psalm 20 is what we're going to do today, and I'm going to read the first 2 verses. May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and grant you support from Zion. And if you have a minute, I would really strongly suggest to read the whole psalm so you'll get a better understanding of the psalm. The psalm is one of the more popular books in the Bible, and it's actually a lot of these psalms are David singing his love to God in prayer. So anyway, folks, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a wonderful day. This weekend is Father's Day weekend, and remember to be good to your dad. Okay, now folks, I'm gonna let you go. B-Leav-it. If I can get through this day with a big smile on my face and true personal independence, just a baby step away. Well, B-Leav-it, so can you. Now folks, remember, if you like this video, please turn the white thumb to a blue thumb, share it with your friends, subscribe to my shows so that you can receive my future shows, and folks, if I can just reach one person out there and make a positive influence on their life, guess what? I have done my job. And with that said, thank you so much for tuning into the B-Leav-it Show. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Yep.